area between two curves. We have some questions here. We already finished the volumes of disks and washers. The area of shaded region in the figure below is, yes, remind you quickly, guys, when we have right and left curve, so it's very clear that this one is the right curve and this one is to the left curve, Yeah, so here's the left curve. Yes, it's here the right curve. So what's the rule here to find the area? Yes, the area simply is equal to the integral from what to what of the right minus the left dy. Okay, so the right here function minus the left function dy. So we have to put here the limits of integration, which is 0 to 1. From 0 to 1. So what's the right function? As I said here, the right function is equal to, let me take only this part. Yes, here the right function will substitute easily, guys, from 0 to 1, and the right function, which is 12y squared, 12y squared, 12y squared minus 12y cubed, okay, minus 12y cubed, minus the left function, which is 2y squared, plus now 2y, since negative is positive, dy. Yeah, after you sit here the question, you can find the integral easily. You can find the integral very, very easy here. What's the integral, guys, of 12y squared? We can combine like terms here. I see here 12y squared and also 2y squared. So we can combine them quickly as 0 to 1. And 12y squared minus 2y squared is 10y squared minus now 12y cubic plus 2y dy. And then integrate. Integrating here by the basic fact we know by adding 1 to the exponent and divide by the new exponent. So let's add 1 here to 10y squared. That gives 10 over 3y cubed. And then minus 12 over 4y to the power of 4. And then plus 2y squared and this over 2. And don't forget to substitute from 0 to 1. Yes. Substituting here, guys, from 0 to 1, because we are on the y-axis, parallel to the y-axis. So from 0 here to 1 here. Okay. This can close the area between 0 and what, guys? And 1. So I will not substitute 0. Why, mister? Because the y in all terms we have. So 10 over 3 times 1 gives 10 over 3. And then minus 12 over what? 4, which is 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 over 2, which is 1. So simply 10 over 3 minus 2 gives 4 over 3. So your final answer here is 10 over 3. Yes. Which is a choice A. So this is how to find the area between two curves. One of them is to the right and the other to the left. Yes or
مستر معلش انا تاخرت شوي عشان اللابتوب كان معلق. اخذنا شيء قبل هذا السؤال.
No, this is the first.
No, خلاص اوكي. Question. Okay.
Area, we will revise area between two curves.
Okay, mister.
And also we will revise partial fraction decomposition. We will take 2 questions from each topic like this to cover the whole ideas in the final test. The area of shaded region in the figure below. Yes, because as you see, guys, we have 2 areas, area 1 and area 2, and they are symmetric with respect to y. So we can find here the total area. We can write that the total area is equal to 2 times one of them. So we can find any one and multiply by 2, and any area of them, A1 or A2, and multiply by 2 gonna give us the total area. So as you see here, it's 2A. Yes. because I don't have here a space, so let me guys to add one page here. Yes. Yes, so how can I find the area here? Area 1, for example. A1, area 1 is equal to, I will find the area at the right, this area that I'm gonna shade it right now. Yes. This area, we can use the upper and the lower. So let's finish the question. I will find the total area by multiplying 2 by the area 1. And the area 1 is bounded between 0 and 2. Where, mister? Between 0 and 2. And the upper here minus the lower. dx. Yes. So leave it like this and let's substitute 2 and the integral from 0 to 2 of the upper function. Sure, this one is the upper function. Yes, the upper function is 2x squared minus the lower function is x to the power of 4 minus, so gonna be plus 2x squared dx. Easy. Easy. Combine like terms. We have 2x squared and 2x squared equal 2 into from 0 to 2, 4x squared minus x to the power of 4 dx equal 2, and integrate, make brackets like this, and then the integral here 4 over 3 x power 3 at 1 to 2 and divide by the 3, the new exponent. Add 1 to 4 and divide by the new exponent. And then close your bracket and substitute from 0 to 2. When you have x's in the all terms, guys, and you should substitute, so don't substitute by 0 لأنها تطلع 0. Substitute only 2. So 2 cube is 8. 8 times 4 is 32 over 3 minus 32 again, which is 2 power 5 over 5. Substitution. And then do it in the calculator. And multiply your answer by 2. Gives you the total area. So we only multiply one of areas here, the area of the right, عادي, and by 2 gives your answer will be 128 over 50. 128 over 50. So you can multiply any one of them by 2. Okay, 2 by A1 or 2 by A2 gives it the total area. Any question? Your answer here is C.
No, Mr. It's easy.
Easy? Right. 1 minute, please.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. So I prefer guys to move on to a next topic. So let's revise here. Let me to pick another topic. Which topic, guys, would like to revise first? Partial fraction decomposition or trig substitution or by parts or volume or what? I'm waiting for your side.
partial fraction في الأول.
Okay. partial fraction decomposition, right? Okay. Okay, here is partial fraction decomposition. Okay, it's a very, very important topic, guys. And we have here some questions like this. Okay, the hardest one of them is the first. It's not hard, but when you see, guys, the degree of the numerator is greater than the degree of the denominator, we should do what? Long division. We should divide first. Okay, لازم الديجري in the denominator تكون less. So the first one here is x squared, x to the power of 4, and then plus x to the power of 3, and then minus 5x squared, and then plus 26x, minus 21. And then divided by x squared plus 3x, and then minus 4. Yes. To divide here by using long division, we can put here x squared first, sure, because x squared by x squared is x to the power of 4. This derivative property, so we have 3x cubed, and then here minus 4x squared. And here minus plus to change the signs. Cross out x to the power of 4, and then add up the other terms. So we have negative 2x cubed and negative 5x squared plus 4x squared gives a negative x squared. We can drop down now plus 26x. We need here negative 2 only. 2 multiply gives you the same thing, negative 2x عشان تكون x cubed. So we have negative 2x cubed and the negative 6x to the power of 2. And then minus 8, minus gonna be positive 8x. And then change the signs. Cross out this term and add up x squared gives here 5x squared and gives here 26 minus 8 is what is day 16, 18. X, okay? Yes, this called the remainder. This part here is called what? The remainder. This one here is called what? 21?
Negative 21, yes.
Yes. I forgot it. Thank you, Abdulaziz. Minus 21 is also included in the remainder, right? This all is the remainder. How to write now your answer بقى? Your يعني question again. تكتب كده the quotient. The integral of the quotient with respect to the dx plus the integral of the remainder over the divisor, which is 5x squared minus what? Minus 18x minus 21. This all the remainder over the divisor, x squared plus 3x minus 4. You know, I think that it's not a remainder right now. Leave it. We can complete على فكرة. Why it's a remainder? We can complete since they are the same degree. We can continue. No, sorry. Yes, you can continue. Nice thought. Yeah. So we can what? Sorry, plus 5. Yes, 5 times x squared to 5x squared, and then plus 15x, and then what? Minus 20, and here minus plus. Cancel it out here, and then negative 33. Negative 33x Okay, and then 21 plus 20, which is -1. So this is the remainder now because its degree is 1 and the divisor has a degree of 2. فنوقف بنحط هنا -33x minus 1. Okay. Yes. What's the next step? The next step is to what? Integrate this part. Yes, so let's take the here and try to solve. Yes, this one will be dx. The first part, it's so easy to integrate as the integration of this part, so easy, right? Yes. But the second part here is who can integrate this part? We have to integrate it by using
So أول شيء
partial
مثل
fraction decomposition.
we will factorize أول شيء denominator.
حلو. So شايفين هذا البارت? We will take it guys and solve it alone and then add the answers all together. Yes, only this question. هعتبره كquestion لحاله. It's equal to partial fraction decomposition. As Omar said, we have to factorize this first as x and the x. The 4 is 4 and 1 and plus minus.
Yes.
Okay. So because here بعد ما عملت factorization طلع لك factors are linear. So we put a over the first plus b only over the second. And then to cancel this out, we can cancel this خلاص and put here x plus 1, x minus 4. Okay? We have to multiply by this, guys.
By x plus 4 or x minus 1.
Yes, by x plus 4, x minus 1. We have to multiply it here and here in every what part and here. Okay, so when you multiply it, yes, gives a -33x minus 1 is equal to a into
x minus 1
أيوة plus
b
a
times x plus 4.
yes.
خلاص صرنا
And then
easy. خلي مرة x
easy.
equal 1 مرة x equal -4.
Let x equals 1 x. When we let x equal 1 ومرة كمان x equals 4 -4. Yes. When x is 1
0 بيصير يضل b
-33 -1 -34 and the a cancelled out and the b is what 5b.
b بيصير بتكون yes 5b.
Yes,
خلاص
so
نعملهم
what is
divide
b?
ونخليهم بيصير fraction.
It's a -34 over 5. This is the b.
The other one مستر بنخليها -4 ف تكون مستر -33 times -4 تطلع مستر 132 plus -1 تعطيك 131 مستر.
It's what -33 times -4, which is what
132
130
131 مستر عشان ماينس
131 equal the b cancelled and we have
بتكون مستر 3b
-5
لا سوري مستر -5b
-5a.
هذا بس يكون 0 مستر خلاص معناته مستر a equals
-131 over what? Yes, over 5. And that now guys return back to this step here, this step. You see it? ترجع لها تاني and start to substitute in this step. Substitute for a and b and integrate, so easy here. What is a? dA is -131 over 5 and this all over x plus 4. ناخذ الانتجرال لحال وهنا الانتجرال of -34 over 5 and this all over x minus 1 yes dx.
زي ما كنا نعمل بنطلعها برا
yes
عشان نخليها لين مستر.
excellent. نطلع الكونستنت قصدك برا بعدين لين absolute value
plus 4 plus -34 over 5 sorry then absolute value x minus 1 plus c.
Not plus c because this is the second part of the question we have to take and we have to take this part and add it to The first part I said for you here, this part is easy.
So before Mr. 1 over
تنساوش.
3x cubed
Yes, what's the integral of this part?
minus x squared وخلاص مع ال other one plus c.
I1 for example, and this one is I2. So I1 يعني the first integral
1 over
is
3x
equal to 1 over 3x cubed
minus x
minus 2x squared over 2, which is x squared. So the final answer is equal to, yes, 1 over 3x cubed minus x squared, and then minus 131 over 5 ln absolute value of x plus 4 minus 34 over 5 ln absolute value of x minus 1,
plus c.
and then plus c. Yes. So partial fraction decomposition. Partial fraction decomposition. Any question?
No.
Now, let's revise, guys, one more question. But when we have repeated the linear factor in the denominator, so simply we can say here, this part, the integral of 2x minus 1 over x minus 5 all to the power of 2, we can write here, it's the integral of a over x minus 5, okay, and dx plus the integral of b, and this all over what? X minus 5, and this all to the power of 2 dx. Easy here, right?
Yes.
And then complete, okay? This one will be the same, so let me only, guys, to give you a hint for each question, and you can continue while you study for your final exam. So now we can write it as a over x minus 1 dx plus the integral of b over x minus 1 square dx
كمان
plus
plus c over x minus
أيوة
1
plus c over x minus 1 all cubed dx, and then continue by the same way. And finally, always we have what? Good luck, inshallah. Bye. We have, guys, another topic, trigonometric substitutions, integrating some rational fraction by using a trig substitution. So this table is very, very, very important for all of you. We have 3 cases, guys. The expression in the integrand may be root ax squared, a squared minus x squared, and we will use x equal a sine theta, or when we have the expression in the integral and is the square root of a squared plus x squared, starting a tan theta, and when we have the integrand, the expression is root x squared minus x squared minus a squared, يديك a sec theta وتكمل. For example, pay attention please, how to evaluate, how to find the value of this integral. ما قالكش بقى هنا مثلا use trig substitution, partial fraction, ما حددش. So we have to what, guys? Yes, we have to use trig substitution. We cannot use partial fraction here because there is a root in the denominator. Also, there is a fraction, and the integrand is what? 4 minus x squared. The integral is what? 4 minus x squared. So in the table here, minus something squared minus x squared, a squared minus x squared. We have to use x equal. I have to use x equal a sine
كان في rule بس
theta.
نسيت. Yes.
The rule here in the table, the first one, root a squared minus x squared is the same as root 4 minus x squared. So a here is 2. So the x is equal to 2 sine theta. dx وانت زي ما انت كده شغال اعمل derivative. dx equal to the derivative of sine is cosine theta d theta. Okay. Find also x squared. In fact,
4 sine squared theta.
yes, 4 sine squared theta.
خلاص
The
مستر.
integral
Now we will substitute
substitution.
numerator.
Yes, the
2
dx
cosine
is
theta.
yes. Numerator first, the dx.
بس دي
Or-
اكس 2 cosine theta.
Yes, we are also 4.
مستر
theta.
دي اكس مش 4 sine squared.
Yeah. This is x squared. It's
Two
here 2 cosine theta d theta, and here 4
sine
sine squared theta, and inside the square root المهم بقى 4 minus 4 sine
Sine.
squared theta. And you know the story here, guys. You know that inside the square root always we take 4 common factor, يطلع outside the square root as 2. Okay, so simply here 2 cosine theta d theta, and in the denominator كل الشغل 4 sine squared theta, leave it. In the numerator شباب تاخد 4 common factor, so we still have 1 minus sine square root of take 4 common factor, so you still have 1 minus sine squared theta.
بس 1 minus
Okay.
sine squared theta هي cosine squared theta. فخلاص
Hmm.
بتكون مستر 2 مع
Yes,
cosine theta.
you mean that this all square root
ايوه تكون 2
leaves
cosine
behind 2 cosine theta. Why? Because 1 minus sine squared theta is cosine squared theta. بس هو تحت الروت, its answer is 2 cosine theta.
خلاص
Will
we
be cancel out
with
2
the
cosine theta with 2 cosine theta, and finally we have the integral of d theta, and this all over 4 sine squared theta. Yes, sine squared is in the denominator, so we can write 1 over 4 as a constant. 1 over sine is cosecant. So we can write now it's a cosecant squared theta, d theta, and then is equal to 1 over 4.
cotton.
The integral of negative cosecant squared is what? Negative
If cotton.
cosine.
Yes.
How, mister? No.
لا ده شوي.
Integral. Yeah, negative cosine.
لا negative cotton مستر.
Yes, you are right. Negative cosine theta plus c. حلو.
هلا مستر we will find the value of x.
Excellent. Don't forget, guys, and leave your question like this. If you have مثلا written or paper test, paper and pencil test, guys, and you leave your answer in terms of theta, and the question also أصلا كان سألك in x, خلاص you will take a mark, but you will not take the full mark in this question if you leave it like this. You have to
equals x
draw what?
over 2.
You have to draw the triangle, the right triangle,
Sin theta
Yes.
equals x over 2.
and use this fact here. X equal to sine. So simply sine theta is equal to
x over
x
2.
over 2. It's x equal x over 2. لأن x equal to sine
خلاص
theta.
معناته
So
الإكس
sine
لسه
theta is x over 2. So if the theta is here,
معناته الإكس اللي opposite side
opposite x
وهذا
over the
بالhypotenuse.
hypotenuse 2.
وهذا مستر root of 4 minus x squared.
Yes, دايما يطلع مثل في الكويستشن نفسه.
خلاص تكون
And then simplify.
negative
Negative 1 over 4.
over
Cotan.
4 اللي هو adjacent over opposite معناته
Excellent. Why?
root of
Because the
كان
tan.
cotan opposite of tan.
يا سلام. نعم.
root of 4
Yes.
minus x squared
And this all
over
over what? X
plus
plus c. I hope all of you guys understood, and you know how to solve this kind of questions with using the trig substitution. With using what? Trig substitution. يعني انت بتعمل substitution بس باستخدام the help of sine and cosine and tan. And this table is very important to you. Okay.
okay.
Do you remember this question, guys?
Mhm.
Like area of an ellipse. Yeah.
هذا
Let's
مستر
revise
محمد.
this question. Find the area of the ellipse. Yeah, it has a center of what? 0, 0. And you know the equation of ellipse is x squared over a squared plus y squared over b squared equals 1. So we will solve this equation first explicitly. Explicitly means leave y alone on one side. So you can do this all the steps algebraically, and then you can find y that it's positive or negative b over a root a squared minus x squared. This curve, this one here, is represented guys here على the yellow part, the shaded part here, letter A اللي هو الاريا of this part. You would like to integrate it. So to integrate it طبعا بيتبقى لك b over a as a constant, and we have to multiply by 4. Why by 4? ليه 4 Mr. Why 4? Why this 4? Because you would like to find the area of the whole ellipse, and the ellipse is symmetric about its axis. الellipse دايما يكون symmetric about its axis. يعني you move up a units and you move down a units, and you move right b units and left b units like this. So it's symmetric about its axis. So that's why we multiply by 4 to find the area of the whole ellipse here. And as you see, we have bus inside the بعد الانتجرال of the integrand, this called the integrand, we have root x a squared minus x squared. يبقى واجب علينا نستخدم التريج substitution method. A equals sine theta because here the radicand يعني what inside the square root, underneath the square root we have a squared minus x squared. يبقى برضه we have to use a sine theta. There is no any numbers here, so use a as it is, guys. A cosine theta to theta is the derivative and square it, and then very important step is to change here, guys, the limits of integration. لأن هنا definite integral with trig substitution فهنغير ال limits of integration من 0 ل a by letting when x equals 0 the theta is 0 and so on, and when x is a theta is pi over 2, and then we continue, guys, what I said for you to continue by the same way because we already did this question before. سهل يعني. Yes. So also I will pass for you guys this file to study. Let's do one more question, guys, here for trig substitution. Trig substitution.
أنا مثلا أتوقع سك.
تتوقع sec. Yes, x squared minus a squared. The first page we have the table x squared minus a squared. برافو عليك يا عمر. Excellent. It's what x squared minus 25. So we have to use here sec. يعني ايه use sec, guys؟
يعني مثلا نعمل
نكتب ان ال x
5
equal
sec theta.
and dx equal 5 sec tan. The derivative of sec is sec tan.
أنا بس x squared equal 25 sec squared theta.
X squared also is equal to 25 sec squared theta, and we will integrate here by substitution using trigonometric identities. Also type 5 to be 25 sine sec قصدي squared theta minus 25, and this all over what? dx. Also replace the x, which is 5 sec theta, and replace the dx
That's 5 sec
by
tan
5. We can cross out now sec
5
and the 5 مع sec and the 5, and then inside the square root we can
دي
take
بالسر
25 common factor
راح
تطلع برا
تكون
root as 5.
5 tan theta.
6 squared theta minus 1 gives 10 theta, right? And there is 10 outside, so in all,
tan squared theta.
excellent. Where is the rest, guys? Don't know. We are 15. I hope you guys يعني following us معانا ولا فين؟ صباح الفل. Any questions, guys? Rafi, where are you, Rafi? بقالك فترة. Okay, then. Okay, so you said that this will be what? 10.
Yes, في عندها 10 فتكون 10 سكوير ثيتا.
يعني this all guys 6 squared theta minus 1 is 10 squared. طلع من تحت روت يبقى 10. 10 times 10 is what? 10 squared theta d theta.
ايوه هو شو الانتجريشن بتاع 10 سكوير ثيتا؟
ده سؤال يا ابني. ها 5 the integral of 10 ملهاش rule direct rule يعني. But you can replace it with another what? Identity. The integral of 10. ها 10. We know that 6 squared theta minus 1 is equal to 10. Squared. So 6 squared theta minus 1 d theta على طول equals
5 10 ثيتا
5 the integral of 6 squared theta minus the integral of 1 d theta.
مستر ما عادش في ماينس 5 قبل ال 1 مستر ان هم التنتين مش بس واحده. ايوه هيك خلاص 5 10 ثيتا.
ممكن كمان اعمل كده عشان اغيظك.
خلاص زيك اوكي مستر خلاص.
So it's equal to what? 5 and the
ثيتا
integral of 6 squared it's what? 10 minus 5
5 ماينس شوي
plus c
مش ماينس 5 اكس مش ماينس ده شوي
5 theta.
اوكي
Yes.
هلا
5
مستر
theta.
نرجع نجيب هذيك مستر اللي هي x equal 5 6 ثيتا. ايوه تكون 6 ثيتا equal 6 over 5
x over 5 is equal to c. السك اللي هي the reciprocal of cosine so it's the adjacent.
hypotenuse over adjacent.
Hypotenuse over adjacent. So the hypotenuse is x and the adjacent is 5.
وديك
The other leg
when x squared minus 25.
yes حتى تطلع الكويستشن تلاقي فوق x squared minus 25 تعرف ان انت you are correct ماشي صح. Yes. And then here substitute. We need one more step guys here to find theta. Theta is equal to sec inverse of x over 5. Okay. So we have 5 and the 10 now is the opposite of the angle over adjacent. Okay, so we can cross out 5 with 5 and then minus 5. The theta is what? Theta is sec inverse of x over 5 plus c. Okay, this is the final answer. Okay,
Easy.
say again what we revised today. Area between two curves. We revised also a partial fraction decomposition and here trigonometric substitution. Okay. Any questions guys?
كم يوم احنا مستر هذا الاسبوع بنداوم كل يوم ولا بس بكره اخر يوم دوام؟
No, tomorrow only. We still have only one class tomorrow.
مع الباقي مستر خلص.
Goodbye and good luck.